All right, we're going to reconvene our meeting from our executive session. We're going to reconvene our meeting from our executive session. Bill, you had a couple recommendations, and I'll ask the board to vote on them as you make them.
Okay, I have a couple of personnel recommendations to make this evening. The first is to request a $1.50 an hour increase in the hourly rate for the current Parks Manager, Rick Truschel, on his anniversary date of August 17th, effective August 17th.
Did the salary go from what to what? Bill, do you have?
It would go from $14.43 an hour to $15.93 an hour.
All right, we have a motion to that effect. It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
Thank you. The second personnel issue I have is for the hiring of a full-time permanent highway occupancy permits manager. The official title will be permits manager at a salary of $48,000 a year. Positions to serve a 9-month probationary period, and the applicant is Renato Rizzini.
I think you suggested 2 weeks of vacation included.
Yes.
Any questions?
Starting next year, or this year?
Starting this year.
2 weeks vacation?
2 weeks vacation.
After the first year.
After the first year.
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved
I'll second it.
and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
Thank you. The next action I have is for a permanent office manager for the Public Works Department. This is a full-time position, 40 hours a week. The applicant's name is Elizabeth Ann Ross, to be hired at a salary of $38,000 per year, to serve a 9-month probationary period and 2 weeks vacation after 1-year anniversary date.
I'll make that motion.
Been moved
I'll second it.
and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries.
The last personnel action I'm requesting this evening is that of a laborer. This is a union position, a Teamster position for a laborer. The applicant's name is Kirk Egger. He's a resident of Cecil Township, McConnell Road. This has a 3-month probationary period in accordance with the union contract, and the rate is in accordance with the current union contract.
Labor.
As a laborer.
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved
I'll second it.
and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. And I mentioned to the way you know,
I am, thank you.
I'll just finish in a second. But notice that we've made a lot of steps in our Public Works Department. It's growing. It's
Yeah, but why aren't these jobs put up for people?
Wait, let me just finish what I'm saying. The department needs to grow. We've had so many more miles of roads that we've taken over, and you heard it tonight that it's not that Bill's not doing his job, but it's just we can't get to some of the things that have to be done. Bill has a lot of plans for our township in his department, and we just need to expand. We can't keep struggling along with the manpower that we had with the extra duties and the extra responsibilities we have. So good, while you were asking that question,
Yes.
Why weren't they posted?
Yeah, why aren't these jobs posted so everybody, I mean, why was this such a quick move?
Well, Mr. Ruzzini is a professional. Bill, you want to explain Mr. Ruzzini's credentials?
Mr. Ruzzini, Renato Ruzzini, is currently employed as a professional public works permits manager for Allegheny County Public Works Department, their roads engineering division down there. I am currently trying to hire him away from that position. I'm familiar with his background and his experience, and feel fortunate enough to get him to come out here for not only highway permits or roadway permits, but also for construction inspection. and follow-up with these utilities. The utilities have been doing a terrible disservice to the residents of this community. They come in, they cut the road, and there's a lack of inspection on the back side of the restoration. They come in, they do their repair work, they put a temporary patch in, and they don't follow up on it with a permanent patch. I have instances all over the township where this has happened. I currently have a gentleman who works at this position 20 hours a week, and he leaves at 12 noon, and usually shortly after 12 noon, you'll see these companies out here trying to do restoration work, get the holes patched and get out of here before there's oversight on here. So, again, Mr. Rizzini is currently working in that position. He's a paid professional that does this, and the amount of money that he will generate for this township in the form of permits, fees, and fees associated with the open cuts of roadways and stuff like that will absolutely offset the salary that he's going to be paid.
We've done a public road projects.
Yeah, the last time we advertised for that position, we received no applicants. No one applied for that position that was qualified. So, and that was only 2 years ago. We were fortunate enough that the Harry came back and agreed to work, continue to work part-time for us. But again, things are going on in this township that, you know, because it is a part-time position, and we don't have the oversight on these utility companies for the restoration work.
The other thing, we had directed Bill to find somebody for these positions. We trust his judgment on that. It's people he's known, he trusted that they are on a probationary period, so obviously we're hoping Bill's faith in them works out, and we're assuming that's the case, but we didn't advertise because we had authorized him to come up with people to fill those positions. You started to say something else, Bill, before I...
The other position that we're filling here is the office manager position. The Public Works Department has moved to the point now where there is a lot of administrative work that I need to have performed in that department. There's records and stuff that have to be maintained on these roads that, quite frankly, we haven't been maintaining. Work that's performed today becomes a permanent history for tomorrow. You can go back into these files and find out what was done and when it was done, and you have an idea of what you have in your roadway as far as your inlet work, your pipe work, and stuff like that. So
the cost.
We subscribe to a system called Facility Do, and this application program is going to be used in the future. Excuse me. To generate work orders, and we're hoping to tie it into the Cecil Township website so that residents can go on the website, and if they have a complaint that's public works related with regard to a park or a bridge or a road, they can go on there, and we have the ability to track that complaint all the way through to completion, and even if it's a non-Cecil Township related complaint, such a PennDOT complaint, if it comes to us on that website, via that website, this office manager will be responsible for forwarding it on to the appropriate agency, whether it be PennDOT or the DEP if it's related to a stream or something like that. So that there is, we actually have the ability to track these complaints. I'm trying to move that department forward and anticipate the growth that's going on in this community, so that we're prepared to grow with the community for the future. Currently, with the staffing levels that I have, it's very difficult to staff up two separate work crews. I have 11 guys up there. 2 of them are mechanics, and at any one particular time during the summer, I may have 2 or 3 guys off on vacation. I insist that they take their vacation during the summer and be available during the winter, because that's our critical operation period, is for snow and ice removal during the winter. So that's why at this particular time I feel it's so important to get these positions filled, so we're prepared not only for the future but for the upcoming winter season.
Couldn't disagree with you, Bill. Anything else? There'll be no further business this
Hey, Tommy,
meeting.
I have a Tommy.
Thank you.
One quick question. What about the code enforcement officer? Are you going to replace him at some point in time, or what's the story on
We
that?
have to, yes.
Nothing started yet, huh?
I'm taking applications right now.
Oh, they're taking applications.
Yeah, there was an ad just placed again in the paper on Sunday, and I understand there was a couple of people that applied, and we're hoping there's more, and then we can interview.
Thank you.
Is the meeting adjourned?
Walk in.
Yes?